Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been gone for a while for reasons that weren't my own. I was having technical difficulties with my other camera slash phone, which I was using. Glad to be back in the building. Anybody who's definitely checking out my video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell for when a new video comes out, because I'm going to be doing a variety of things. But in this portion of the video, I really wanted to just go back to, I don't want to say story time. I've already done the catch-up type version of what I was going through, or, trying to help my daughter go through, getting my grandson home, and thank God that he is home, and to remind people that prayer really does work. I want to still put my encouraging videos out, because that's what I do. If we recap, you'll go to a point where you'll understand that I mentor people from a spiritual standpoint, and also just using my gift. That is one of my gifts, which I didn't know about. And point number one, I think it's important that people establish what they're good at, whatever your gift is, so that you can get about God's business and start to use it. Whether you're spiritual or go to church or you don't go to church really isn't the issue. What is the issue is that you're using the gifts that God gave you. And once you establish that, like, one of my gifts is to encourage people. And once I established that, I have been already doing it all along. So if you go back over your history, studying your history, it's something that you've been doing the whole time that maybe you didn't realize was counted as a gift. But it really is a gift. Encouraging people is not easy, especially when you're still not where you want to be. Perhaps you're not where you were, but you're not where you want to be. So yeah, it's very difficult to encourage people, and just go back and stand in your own stuff. But sometimes when you encourage other people, it also encourages you. There's going to be different issues I'm going to be dealing on, like the positivity of having a good man in your life, or the positivity of having a good woman in your life, and actually acknowledging that we are all flawed individuals, but there are some things that we can work on about ourselves that will make us more positive and give us more energy and make people want to be around us instead of running away from us. I've been studying people for years, and it's some behaviors that I try to stay away from. As far as even for myself, if I see myself being negative, then I know that there's something going on deep down inside of me that needs to be worked on. So when I used to mentor people that were in recovery for drugs and alcohol, it was mainly women, but I did mentor women and men at one time for like 6 years, and I loved it. It was a huge experience for me, and I realized it was a gift because I didn't ask for it. It was something that just kind of landed in my lap, and I began to study the word more, and it helped me a lot to encourage them on days that I needed encouragement myself. And like I said, we're all human, and we're all going through this human experience, but at the same time, if you can help somebody else, we have to pick each other up sometimes, but just I wouldn't force picking somebody up that didn't want to be picked up. But at the end of the day, it's important that we recognize when we're supposed to step in and when we're supposed to step back. That being said, just encouraging somebody, maybe even going through a line, just hi, how you doing, may open up a door for somebody who might be thinking about suicide or jumping off a bridge, whatever the case may be. Sometimes just your kindness alone might help them calm down. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you're in a problem and you're in it, you don't see no way out. All you see is hopelessness. And instead of trying to change it around to being hopeful, you just stay hopeless. And somebody comes along that's nice to you, or you have an appointment and you know that these particular people that you have an appointment with are not friendly, or they make situations worse, or they talk down to you. Whatever the case may be, try to go into it optimistically, and I believe that at the end of the day, you may even be sent an angel. I know that may be hard to believe, but I believe in a lot of spiritual things that happen on a regular basis. And if you slow down, sometimes cut off the television, cut off the radio, meditate, just be still. You don't have to go into a stance. Sometimes it's just a matter of being still, which is something that I notice a lot of people can't do. Everybody's got a phone to their ear. They're doing this. They got the music playing. They're doing this. They're doing that. You're way too busy. You can't even pay for your stuff without still being on the phone. You're not even paying attention to money being exchanged. This is a transaction. I'm never on my phone when I go through the line. I can wait long enough to get my stuff paid for and in my hand and get back to my car before I can go into being distracted, because a lot of things go wrong and then people have to come back and say, hey, you didn't give me the right change, you didn't do this, but you were on the phone the whole time. And now it's a lot of places won't even wait on you if you're on your phone, because it's too difficult to have it's too difficult to have an exchange. And then another thing is be careful how you greet people. I have noticed that I say, hey, how you doing? And I keep going. I never really slow up and listen to hear what the person actually has to say. Sometimes, they'll say, oh, I'm blessed, I'm this, I'm that. And at the end of the day, they drowning. I know that feeling because I was going to church regularly. And I found myself saying, oh, I'm blessed, I'm this, and I'm that. And even though I do believe I'm blessed, that's not the issue. It's just that underneath that, there was still things going on. And they don't tell you that when you get saved and you change your life, that you're still going to have problems. You're still going to have bad behaviors until you work on them. All of that stuff is still there. You have to learn how to, excuse me, I got distracted. Learn how to work on yourself. You're in recovery. I'm in recovery. Everybody should be in recovery. And you think, oh, well, I'm not an alcoholic or I'm not a drug addict, so I don't need recovery. Yes, you do. You need recovery because sometimes people have hurt us. Fathers have left. Mothers have disappointed. Siblings argue with you and let you down. There's a lot of things that put you in recovery. But when you start going through recovery and you know you're in recovery, then healing can begin. As long as you're just walking around and you're mad at this person and that person and this person let you down and this is why you're this way, you're blaming everybody. You give your problem a reason to stay. Don't give your problems a reason to stay. Go into recovery. I'm going to work on my attitude. I'm not going to keep blaming people, saying that this is why I'm this way, this is why I'm that way. I have table talk with a lot of different people, and I love getting their feedback because I feel like I can get more perspectives than just my own. And when they saying like, well, I'm this way because my father wasn't a good person, or I'm this way because my father wasn't in my life. My father wasn't in my life. He was not in my life, but at the end of the day, I look back over that and I forgave him, and he didn't even ask to be forgiven, but I forgave him for me. And that's what forgiveness is. It's a gift you give yourself. We will go into a whole lot of different things, but I just wanted to warm up and kind of express myself that this is what I do. I probably talk more than anything else, even though I have a variety of things that I'm into on my videos and on my channels. But this is really like who I am. I want to express myself, and I want to encourage you on a daily basis to wake up and realize that you do matter. At the end of the day, in the morning, in the middle of the day, that whatever you're going through, talk to somebody. Get it off your chest. You're going to feel so much better, whether it's a man or a woman. And sometimes people think men shouldn't feel a certain type of way because they're a man. I think that is really ridiculous. Men are human. We're all human. So we're having a human experience. So at the end of the day, men need to talk more. Men need to open up more. Women need to talk more and open up more. I think we're talking about the wrong things. I think we focus on the wrong things. We don't want people in our business. But at the same time, you're not handling your business because you're bottling everything up. Either you're going to cover it up with alcohol or drugs or whatever, or try to not face your own reality. But your reality is you. Your reality is not my reality. My reality is me. My perception of what I look at and see every day in the mirror. So at the end of the day, talk to somebody. Don't walk around with all that grief. Try to be positive. If you're finding yourself in that distressful place, get some help. And don't think everything is mental or not in your head. Some stuff is a chemical imbalance. Really does exist. And I think people need to be aware. that these issues are real. They can cause you to try to commit suicide or hurt someone else when you could have gotten help in the first place. This is what we're surrounded by, people hurting and killing each other, and they don't even know why. What is the bottom line of all of this? Because once you kill somebody, you can't come back from that. It's over. And so it's usually 2 lives over and not just one. So I would rather see you get help, stay prayed up, build your faith up. Every day, say something positive about yourself. Like, just look in the mirror and just say something positive. Don't wait for somebody to say it to you. Say it to yourself. There's nothing wrong with talking to yourself, because who else are you going to listen to more than you? All right, that's it for now. Stay blessed. Stay positive. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment below. And just remember, you are God's child. You are loved. Stay blessed. Peace.